Welcome to Miss Moreno's screencast for editing multiple layers in Photoshop, also known as the Multiplicity project or photo merge. So the first thing you guys are going to do is put your images on the desktop. It's a little bit easier to pull them off the desktop than it is to fish them out of your My Drive. So mine are on the desktop, and we're going to select all of them at the same time and pull them down. You can see all three of them are coming down into there. Just saves the hassle of pulling them in one at a time. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to select your Move tool, which is right here. And we need to get all of these photos in the same window. So we're going to drag, drop, and drag, drop. So I'm going to start with the first photo here. And I'm going to drag it the outside of the file, and then I'm going to pick up the inside right here and copy it over, and then I can go ahead and get rid of this window. You can see here's both my layers. I'm going to grab my third and final layer, drag it and drop it. Now I'm going to grab it from the inside and drag it and drop it. And then I can get rid of that window. So now you see that I have all three layers here. And to put all these layers together, we're going to hold down Control. And we're going to merge these layers together. And Photoshop is going to look at these pictures and see what lines up. And just like you'd hold something up to a window to trace it, it's going to see what pieces line up and put it together. And since we shot on a tripod, we should have a background that is almost identical. So we're going to auto align these layers here and leave it on auto and hit OK. And this is a self-portrait. This is me, my favorite peanut butter. All right. So you can see we have our three layers and they're all nicely lined up so that the background is the same. So when I cut a hole in one layer, when it shows through to the exact same background. So remember, we never touch layer 0. So we're going to start working on layer 1 and looking at layer 1. That means we have to take the eyeball off layer 2. So here we go. We're going to look at layer 1 and work on layer 1. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a layer mask. And you have to make sure that the bold outline is around your layer here. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab a black fuzzy brush, and we're going to come in here and we're going to select what we want to keep by erasing it. And then we're going to invert that layer by saying get rid of everything except that. So Control I. There we go. And then basically, all you do is do the same thing, and you're going to move up. So I'm going to move up to layer 2, and I'm going to look at layer 2, and I have to add a layer mask, and then I'm going to select what I want to keep. Remember, you have your brushes fuzzy so that it blends your backgrounds together. And now we have to invert it to tell it to get rid of everything else except what we selected. And there you have your photo merge. The last thing you can do, you can see I have around the edges here some empty pixels, and this is if my camera moved just a little bit, or if you just want to crop it down. You can grab the crop tool. When you crop in Photoshop, remember you draw a rectangle around what you want to keep, not what you want to get rid of. So I'm going to do that and hit Enter. And there we go. We have our Miss Moreno Self-Portrait Multiplicity project.